What up, everybody? It's Nino. On this episode of Nino Reacts, I'm going to play a clip of Waka Flocka Flame giving some straight wisdom. Me and my wife really like this guy. We like how he's kind of matured. We've seen clips of him talk before, and I've told my wife, when I seen this, I told my wife about this clip, and she said, yeah, this guy is very smart. Him, his mother, right? They're very sharp. And anyways, I want to play this clip, do a quick reaction, because I think there's a lot of knowledge to get from this actual sit down, him and Shannon Sharpe. So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip. Check it out.
No.
Man.
It's too easy to pull that strap, though.
Yeah, you don't want no guns. That's cool. I honestly, God's truth today, I can't even see myself reacting like that.
Right.
Yo, people get real disrespectful. But for me, man, God gave me something that I had to realize the power of choice.
Right.
Waka, you have a choice to allow to let this shit bother you.
Right.
I can't let y'all bother. I got too much.
You got too much skin. You got too much to
I don't put too much work in here.
Right.
He says that he has a power of choice. Don't let that go over your head. Like, that's straight up. We all have, the power to choose right or wrong. Are you going to let somebody pull your strings and make you act out of character or break the law or break someone's jaw? I mean, God forbid, amen? And me being a Christian, right, I've come to realize that it ain't worth it. If I got to duck, dodge, whatever, to live to fight another day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't worth being a tough guy for what? To prove it to who? Now, I'm not saying being a weenie and letting people just, hurt you and your family. Yeah, we stand up to that. But as far as people making comments, talking about you, disrespecting you, who cares? I always said it a long time ago, my good name went out the window when I became a Christian. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even worried about that. I ain't worried about my reputation and whatever. The only opinion that matters to me is what my wife and my kids think about me. Everyone else, I could care less. But let's continue.
I'm 36 years old. I'm
Right.
too grown to be a punk, a pussy, a lame,
Right.
a sucker of this. I'm just gonna dip, my boy. Y'all too aggressive, like.
Right.
But you put this possum in a corner, it's going down.
Right.
It's going up.
So when you go back to your old hood, they show you love, right? I mean, ain't no disrespect coming from the hood.
Nah, never that. But my thing is this, right?
Man, why does Shannon sound so ghetto? Anyways.
First of all, my whole shit coming up was to make it out the hood.
Correct.
I'm not one of them niggas go be a billionaire and go sit in the hood and roll dice and smoke weed.
Right.
I want to buy the block.
Right.
Wow.
I want our name on the block.
Right.
That's going back to the hood.
Okay.
But what stopped me and what actually made me stop hanging in the hood was Dick Gregory.
Okay.
I watched this clip. Dick Gregory was like, nigga, why you buy this Rolls Royce? To ride through the hood to show you the richest motherfucker? That I can't buy one? And da-da-da-da. And it's crazy because that's why I bought it.
Right.
I was young, like, nigga,
Right.
we getting money on the south side. I'm finna pull a phantom out here, da-da-da. But I was ignorant. And at the same time, I could have bought this condo downtown Atlanta that I ride by every day today.
Right.
And it's fucking 5 times the value.
Right.
There's one way to look at it, right? Like, this dude talking about he's riding by a condo every day. You had opportunity and missed out on it. You know what I'm saying? Spent money on stuff that's not even worth it. Wow, it's pretty deep, man. I really like this little interview, and I'm gonna continue with this clip. There's more, y'all. Check it out.
The egg on my face, right? So when I seen Dick Gregory do that, I actually got out that car. I ended up getting in an Escalade. And I've been driving Escalade ever since 2011. And I don't barely be home. Like, cars to me are just, I start figuring out.
Appreciating assets, huh?
And
come on, we need one to get from point A to point B.
I'm gonna be honest. I see a lot of people, get cars, and continue getting, loans on them and trading them in. Every car that me and my wife have, and not to brag or boast, I'm just saying the way I've come to come out ahead in life, I believe every car that me and my wife have owned, we paid it off. It sucks to get the loan, right, to do the credit issue, but sometimes, you do what you got to do to for your kids can have a safe, a good vehicle, a reliable vehicle. And every one of my cars, anytime that we got a loan on it, we got the pink slip. We got the title to them. We paid them off. We never sat there and tried to keep up with our neighbors or whatever and, try to live outside our means and get a better car. It's real normal in the oil field for people to make a lot of money and to buy a nice fancy car just to, just to flaunt in front of others. Again, You trying to flaunt in front of people that don't even like you. Straight up. So I'm in the same boat here with the cars. I could care less about the car. We driving a 2010 Dodge, and it's good right now. We're gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. I drive an '02 Explorer back and forth to work. It does me good. So, that's one good thing that I gotta say right here is that, and I've told my wife this recently, that I'm glad that we never got stuck in that mentality of trying to keep up with the Joneses, or how they say it, right? Like getting a new car, real frequently. I got neighbors. Every time I turn around, they got a new car, and I'm not trying to talk down on them, but it's an observation. I'm like, man, like I'm not with that boat. I'm not in that boat, y'all. But let's continue on.
But at what point, because you probably had everything. So now, is it a means of transportation, or is it a means to get attention?
You know what it was? The problem, yo, this shit crazy. The problem is, like, the things I wanted to be and grow up to be, I got there.
Right.
At 23 years old.
Okay.
I was sitting so high on top of my mountain, I just kept smelling something.
Right.
It just smelled like manure. I was standing on top of shit mountain. I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no business. I didn't have no financial literacy. I didn't have an insurance policy. I didn't know what trust accounts was, shell companies. I didn't know how to go buy tangible businesses. I didn't know nothing.
Real quick, insurance policies. I don't know if he's talking about the whole life. I know Dave Ramsey talks against whole life. Someone's trying to sell me a policy, and it looks pretty good on paper. I'm not going to lie, but I kind of stayed away from the whole life policy. But I think those are kind of good whenever you're at a certain level. From what I've researched and learned, when you got all your ducks in a row and you can afford to pay that whole life, it does become a good investment vehicle once you hit a certain, level with your financial status. So I think that's what he's referring to. But either way, insurance policy, besides being an investment, why wouldn't you have an insurance policy on you? God forbid that you die, men, right? That's the way I look at it. Health insurance, life insurance. He's talking about businesses. I have an S corporation, straight up. So these are different ways and situations that we weren't taught in the hood, in school, whatever. Why don't they teach us this kind of stuff? But this guy, when I hear him saying these things, he's talking basically the language that I aspire to learn more about. Everything he just mentioned is things that I look up on YouTube and I listen to, and I'm drawn to that, because what's the use of making all this money, working hard for it, and you don't invest it correctly, or you don't take care of it? Amen. If God blesses you with something, he expects you to take care of what he blesses you with. Amen. So everything he's talking about right now, y'all, it doesn't go over my head. I actually am catching his drift. Let's continue.
So I'm like, yo, how am I this famous guy and I'm the big homie and y'all respected me, but I can't even tell you how to go open up a bank account.
Wow.
I didn't even know how to open up a bank account, Sharpe. I'm telling you, I learned that at 23 years old. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm all respect to my mother. My mother didn't have time to teach us that. She was too busy paying bills.
Right.
And making sure we alive. So when I learned that part, it felt so good learning that. Like, usually if I want to run money up, I have to go in the streets now. I got good credit, some holding companies. I go give me a loan.
Right.
I go get a loan right now for $10 million, $20 million, $100 million. It's just perspectives.
Right.
And a good.
Again, smart, financial maneuvers here. They always say when you invest or make an investment or whatever you do, like, why do you want to use your money? Use someone else's money. The rich, that's how they do it. That's what I've always heard. So this guy's, he's talking some good stuff here. Very interesting about opening a bank account. That's something that a lot of us, I didn't do that till I was a certain age, and nobody showed me not to, talk down on my parents, but, I learned on my own, and it's good that I did learn. But like my daughter, and my son, we showed them early on to open up account, right? To have a bank account and put money in there, to get them, to the next step as far as maturing in life. So this guy's talking about, he couldn't even know how to open a bank account. I should probably make a video about that, how to open a bank account. It's not nothing to laugh at. Some people just don't know. They're ignorant to the fact of the matter. And that is, what he's talking about right now. It's very interesting, and we'll continue.
Business plan. It's easy. So when you start learning things like that, why would you be an edge monster?
Right.
I know anybody right now, yo. I don't care how gangster you are. My boy, if you start learning this real business, man, you ain't
leave that
thugging.
alone.
That thug, man, who? I ain't going. I'm good.
I'm telling you, it's like I heard somebody talk about this, that basically, who said it? I saw another interview where they said if you noticed, the most gangster person in the picture and the whole scene is the most dustiest, the most brokest, right? Have you noticed that? The one that's the most hardest, the killer. They're the most dusty and brokest person in the clique. So he's right. He's saying right here, let's be honest, once you hit that tax bracket, a different tax bracket, and your eyes are open to this, to the bigger world than you know what I'm saying? You see a lot more than what you're used to. I mean, come on, like he said, who wants to be a gangster, right? Who wants to be living like that? And that's why I salute this man, because this man really elevated his game and really changed his mindset. And man, I have nothing but good things to say about Waka Flocka Flame, y'all. And he's a street dude. He talks about God. I don't know if he's a Christian, but I would believe so. He probably is, the way he's speaking. This is, pretty biblical. You know what I'm saying? He has a good little, train of thought, I would say. Let's go.
I'm not going nowhere with all the odds is against me. I can't do that.
Right there.
It's stupidity. So.
Right.
He said he's not going to be going where all the odds are against him, right? Think about that. We make moves in the hood or make moves in life, and we know damn well we shouldn't be in that predicament, situation, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He just said right there, he's being calculated. He's assessing the risk and saying he's not going to go anywhere or handle anything where the odds are against him, i.e., in the hood, somewhere where you got to keep a pistol on you for, being around your own people or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you got to have a pistol on you to be at a certain area, maybe you shouldn't be there. Maybe you should be, I tell my daughter all the time, use critical thinking. Think real hard about every decision that you make and really, really analyze that, decision, the whole situation, and, move accordingly. So I like what he said. He's not going to be in a position where, he's outnumbered or at a risk. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty smart.
That's what made me stop, man. I was on top of shit mountain. And
Wow.
I wanted to build Mount Everest.
Right.
And I knew it was all right here in my brain. I got tired of just, anytime I see a crowd of black people, I'm clutching. If I get around a bunch of Chinese guys or white guys or this guy, I'm kind of cool.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why am I like that?
Right.
So I broke out of that. I want to perfect me.
That says a lot right there, right? Say what you want, be mad, whatever, but let's be honest, crabs in a bucket, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say much more on that, to be completely honest, but man, you got to learn how to get a better crowd of people to be around and learn how to cut people off in life, family and friends included. My circle's so small right now, I don't know what to tell you, y'all. We done cut everybody off. In 2023 is very little. I probably got about 2 hands that I can count the people that I really trust in my life, and my wife and my children are on one hand here. We've cut off a lot of people, y'all. So let's go.
I didn't want to be this person that what they want to say, America wants you to be every black man say, yo, niggas don't trust black people. I wanted to be me, man. I say, Waka, how could you change anything if you can't change yourself? How could you change the world if you can't change your family? How could you change your family if you can't change your neighborhood? How could you change the country if you can't change your state?
Exactly.
So you have to change you, your family, your neighborhood, then your state. So that's
Man, I've been saying that for a long time. I've been saying that for a long time. People want to be, going out and being, going and doing things and trying to change the world, yet no one knows them in their own backyard. They don't even go to school board meetings. No one even knows them in their own neighborhood. I always say, if you go outside, are your neighbors going to smile and wave at you? Do they know you? Do they know who you are? I say it starts in your house first. Fix and change your house, then your community, your neighborhood, your city, then your state, then the world, right? That's how I look at it. So I really, that really hit home when he said this.
That's a lot of pillars mentally you have to get through as a man. So for me, I want to be that. There's no such thing as perfect. That's why I'm going to perfection. So that's how I
If I can rewind this real quick, y'all forgive me. I like what he says right
Did
here.
you ever think about becoming a boxer?
The country if you can't change your state. So you have to change you, your family, your neighborhood,
The pillars.
then your state. So that's a lot of pillars mentally you have to get through as a man. So for me, I want to be that. There's no such thing as perfect. That's why I'm going to perfection. So that's how I live, man.
You say growing up you was good with the hands. Did you ever think about becoming a boxer?
Oh, of course. I was gonna do UFC.
Okay, so I want to go to this next part, right? This part right here is further along in the video. This is the video that really caught my eye. And you know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. He acknowledges God. I just like his train of thought, very humble. You know what I'm saying? I see a very mature man right here. And from him doing trap music where it was just real cutthroat, you know what I'm saying? We used to listen to this music back in the day and act a fool. And to see him progress into the man he is now, I mean, he ain't even got no chains on, y'all. There's a part in this video where, you know, Shannon Sharpe saying, yeah, but you got money, you done made it. And this dude said, man, I ain't got no money. Huh. I told my wife that earlier. I said, Waka Flocka telling Shannon Sharpe, he ain't got no money. When most rappers want to flaunt, most people, let's be honest, anyone, they want to flaunt that they have all this money. I've been in the same boat too, I'll be honest, right? This guy sits there and says, I ain't got no money. Man, it's pretty profound to see a rapper with this kind of a mindset, y'all. So let's go to this. This is the clip on Instagram that I saw that really, you know, had me keep an eye on this interview, and I'm glad I got to catch this on my beloved YouTube. Check it out.
Was the guy that
Dark
everybody
Prince.
went
Nicole
against.
Machiavelli.
And you know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
just the guy that shitted on, slept on, but he was that guy.
Yeah,
I felt like that in hip hop.
right.
Right here.
30 years after Tupac and Biggie, and we saw Takeoff just recently got killed.
Yeah.
PNB Rock, we see Trouble, we see Takeoff. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Pop Smoke. I mean, these guys, come on. Come on, Walker.
Hey,
give me something. Why?
I can't tell you why, and I never want to speak on nobody's death, but I could tell you this. When God bless you, right, you have to change your ways. You have to evolve. You have to. That's all I can say.
Right.
I can just say wrong place, wrong time for these guys.
So when you
Man, that's deep. I mean, that hit me right now. Eyes watery, you know, like I'm in the bonus in life. Let me finish off, see what he says, and I'm gonna end it here. We'll cut this video short.
They say Takeoff with and they were, you know, rolling dice. So
Oh, yeah, hold on, y'all. I gotta finish this, but let me go to my little part real quick. I'm in the bonus in life. I'm free. I have a home, a roof, a refrigerator, a toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at these things and I'm so grateful because I thought I'd be dead at 21. So I like what he said. You know, when God blesses you, you gotta change your ways. How are you gonna continue? You know, how are you gonna continue to, you know, live rough and rugged and like an animal, and God has blessed you with another day, and you know, it's so deep what he just said right there, y'all. That was, man, I'm telling you, that made my eyes water, y'all, because that hit home right here. You know? It's one thing, you know, when God blesses you like that, right? And you don't even deserve it, right? Grace and mercy he gives to us, and we don't even know how good we got it, y'all. So why would you be so thick-headed and so, you know what I'm saying, selfish and so rude and, you know what I'm saying, to go about life blessed and just acting a fool? So anyways, we'll continue with this, y'all.
in other words, once you ascend to a certain level, you got to leave that alone.
Oh, yeah, I don't roll
you
dice.
can't go back to the street. And I know, look, I don't been, you know, I'm guilty.
With all respect, why would I roll dice with somebody that ain't on my tax bracket?
Right there.
It's liability that some shit could happen.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been there. I've gone back to the crib and rolled dice, play cards.
Yeah, I don't gamble though.
But
you know what I do gamble with? My business, my
Right.
life. I'm ahead driving around drunk drivers and angry guys.
You know what it is, Waka, is that.
And with that, real quick, that's all I'm gonna play of that, y'all. Let me get over here to my if I can get over here. You know, basically, Waka Flocka is just elevated to a whole nother level. I really respect the man. Amazing, you know, great interview. Check it out with Shannon Sharpe, even though I really can't even, you know, stand Shannon. You know, he acts hood and everything, but whatever. I guess he ain't hit that level yet, you know. Very ignorant man, in my opinion. But, like Waka said, why would he be playing dice with people that ain't even in this tax bracket? And I'll be completely honest. I've said it before too. How am I gonna be beefing with people that don't like me? You know, when we ain't even on the same field. And you can sit there and say, "Oh, you Nino, you're sorry looking down." And you know what? It's the truth though. Why would I want to, you know what I'm saying, gamble my life or freedom or give any hater attention that don't even work. They don't even take care of their kids. It's a deadbeat lowlife. Think about that. Who are you beefing with, ladies and gentlemen? Think about that. Are they even in your tax bracket? And not to sit there and say that money's everything, but damn, if someone's in a higher tax bracket, that means they're working very hard. They making sacrifices. I mean, come on. I like what he said. Why would he be playing shooting dice with someone that ain't even in his tax bracket? Kind of like my best friend. The dude hit the hood and just shoot dice all night, but he's the bank. And he'd always be losing back in the day. I'm like, bro, you're the bank. Give it up. They come to the house party and they want to shoot dice with you all night because you're like you're the house. So why would you be the house taking the risk to lose any of your money to people that are betting against the house, right? If you got the bank, big bank take little bank, why would you even, risk it like that? There's a lot to what this guy said in this interview, y'all. Again, this is just my reaction to it. Amazing interview. I salute Waka Flocka Flame. I like him and his mother. His mother's a hardcore Trumper. I just seen a clip on her. I might do a reaction to her as well. And I got a feeling that Waka Flocka is probably a Trumper too. I remember back in the day we seen little clips of him and the way he speaks, business-minded. I mean, this guy sounds like a conservative, to be honest. And he even, I would dare say, sounds somewhat like a Christian. So anyways, we're going to cut the video short, y'all. We're already kind of long-winded. But again, check out the video, Waka Flocka Flame, giving wisdom, y'all. We commend him, salute him, West Texas salute, and we're out of here. You're an American, you're a patriot, you got grit, act like it. I'm out.